They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Only a couple for him there. We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Wait, set.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Wait, set. Easy.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Brady now to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talked about.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. For the Bucs and Saints, expected to possibly be the 2 to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. Now Dalton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From midfield here, Dalton. Going up top. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vita Vea, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Sliding out of the pocket. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Wait, that.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 31, Brady. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play action. Now it's Brady. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Four yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw, Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Brady going to throw. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Saints. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. Boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, third and long. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. taken down here just shy of the 30. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Winston. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Back to Taylor on first down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way. Now
Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Mike Evans, 61 yards. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
By Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, an 8-yard loss. Brings up 4th down.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
4th down, Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jonathan Taylor. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And the ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Here's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On third down, Winston. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Brady. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On play action, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Back near his own goal line. Winston tries the left side and finds Olave. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. On play action, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Taylor again. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are on their way to a 2-0 start. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On first and 10, Winston. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play fake. Winston. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. They go play action. Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Winston's throw caught by Olave. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Now Winston on 4th down. Got an open man. It's Olave. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Jameis to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd and long for Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Brady going to look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete.